Alright, you guys sent in a bajillion requests for AFT to watch and review the new NBC show Stars Are in Stripes. So we did, and here it is. What a piece of shit. What the fuck is this thing, and why does it even exist? Seriously, that was the biggest pile of fucktarded bullshit I've seen on my TV since that little dude in the shiny diaper bounced around in his ball sack on top of that miniature tightrope during this year's Super Bowl halftime show. Why does everything have to suck? Anyway, the idea behind the show was to team up a group of celebrities with real-life military operators and special forces guys, but not a single ranger, what the fuck's up with that, to compete in simulated combat missions for various military charities. Which totally sounds great on paper, but looks like absolute chimpanzee shit in real life. The main reason being, the show didn't have any celebrities on it. You had a female pro wrestler with huge tits, not that I'm complaining, Dean Cain, a dude who played Superman on TV nearly 20 years ago and spent the entire 2 hours of this TV show trying to suck Navy sniper Chris Kyle's dick through his camis. Then you had a former women's Olympic skier, because you know how badass people who hang out at fucking ski lodges are, action star, term used loosely as fuck, Terry Crews, who seriously might be legally retarded, a guy who was a trainer on The Biggest Loser you've never fucking heard of, Muhammad Ali's daughter, because that makes a ton of fucking sense, Todd Palin, who honestly was the only civilian on the show who seemed to actually know which way to hold a gun, and Nick Lachey. Yes, that fucking Nick Lachey. The dude from the boy band who was married to that stupid hot chick with the big tits who divorced him and then exploded and is now the size of 17 chicks all crammed into one body? That Nick Lachey, in simulated combat with United States Special Forces operators wearing a faggy scarf. So after meeting each other for a couple minutes, and Dean Cain again trying to suck sniper Chris Kyle's dick through his camis, these non-celebrities received what looked like to be all of an afternoon's worth of training before being sent on an amphibious assault mission with helicopter insertion loaded down with 70 or 80 pounds of gear. I can't believe none of them fucking died. Although not for lack of trying. Long story short, I stopped paying attention 10 minutes into the show when the washed-up boxer chick asked her Special Forces teammate if he'd ever killed a person in combat. Because, Jesus fucking Christ, how stupid and disrespectful can you be? What a class act. I wonder if she spends her free time walking around old folks' homes asking the residents if they've ever shit their pants. And it turns out the other non-celebrities on the show could be just as stupid, if not stupider, than this chick. During the mission, and I'm totally using finger quotes here for mission, because all these idiots had to do was ride a Zodiac across a man-made pond, shoot a bunch of targets that were rigged with explosives for no reason at all, and then carry a fake box of ammo across a muddy field, which, as you know, is what 99% of all Special Forces missions consist of. And during this mission, not one but two of these D-list dipshits nearly drowned and needed to be rescued by a scuba team just trying to get into the inflatable boat. And this is the part of the review where I really wish AFT Snow wasn't busy watching and laughing his ass off at Shark Week so he could weigh in on this, but here it goes. Not to be racist or sound all fucked up or anything, but both of the contestants who nearly drowned in the fake lake were black dudes. What the monkey fuck with sprinkles and whipped cream was that? Dude, if you're going on a national television show to compete in simulated amphibious assaults on a reality show, you have got to learn how to motherfucking swim beforehand, especially if you're a black dude. You don't want to go on TV enforcing negative racial stereotypes. It's like if you're an Asian dude going on a driving show. You better fucking learn to drive as well, if not better, than every other motherfucker on that show. It's just common courtesy to the other people of your ethnicity so they don't get made fun of for something you did that you could have easily perfected. Anyway, both of the dudes who nearly drowned had to take part in some lame-ass shoot-off to see which one would get booted off the show. Both shot like shit, and it was the most boring fucking thing I've ever watched in my life. To recap the highlights of the show, they were this chick's tits, Dean Cain taking Don't Ask, Don't Tell to the absolute fucking limit, and this Delta operator's badass mustache. All in all, the show's a turd sandwich, hold the bread, and I won't be watching it again. Problem solved, problem staying solved, go Rangers. Also, this AFT fan on Facebook had the best suggestion we've seen so far on how to make the show much better and more realistic. Feel free to leave yours in the comment section down below. Rangers lead the way.